ricocheted off the rim very quickly, and Courtney Lee knew right where it'd be. So just a terrible start here for the Kings.
And the bank shot is good by Rudy Gay for his first basket.
And boy, that was by sauce there, making Carter really shoot a fadeaway with the clock running down. So both teams going small now.
Rudy Gay, pretty move, showing finesse. He's got
three-pointer. They were 0 for 13. And obviously, when you're shooting that poorly, you should be looking to do what Gay is doing. That's the 20 points in 19 minutes for McLemore. Rudy Gay drops
back for 2 and hits that. Lillard has not shot it well against the Kings in the 2 prior games, just 10 for 32 from the field. And if you recall on Halloween, you know, Collison, a big reason why Sacramento was able to last first.
I really thought it did, but sitting over here, my eyes are nowhere near as good as the officials.
Oh, cut off inside, picked up the dribble, back to McLemore, shot clock down to 10. He's got it against Matthews, who's got a swollen hand from the other night, a fall he took late. Rudy Gay gets the catch inside, and
now Andre Miller will try to get the ball to Caspi. If he can penetrate, he'll try to get Caspi involved in this game.
Hollins hands it off to Rudy Gay. Batum has done a nice job on Gay so far. That's a nice shot by the 3, then drops a nice dime to L.A.
Yeah, that's nice to have coming in.
And it looked like the Kings were starting to mount a little rally. There's that same call, and the bounces out. Lopez can't grab it. Gay does, miss the putback. Rebound tipped out by Lopez. Gay picks it up and scores. His first 3 of the game, his first 3 attempt of the game, which is unusual.
They've been going over the pick. That time McCallum went under the pick and roll. You can't do that against Lillard.
Lillard has 15, Blazers' largest lead of the night. Rudy Gay, Matthews hanging all over him, and Gay hit a tough. He's kept his feet that time.
And got help from McLemore.
Aaron Aflalo in for the Blazers now, giving Matthews a rest. Batum continues to play Rudy Gay well, and Gay hits the tough base.
Boy, he's forcing that into 3 defenders, but no, he wasn't. He made the shot.
Rudy Gay answers as we approach the line.
Rudy Gay. And they wanted to walk, they won't get it. It's on Cousins. He'll save it. Boy, close that space in a hurry for a big guy.
Man, good breaks on that big fella, too.
Really good. So fresh shot clock. Cousins now with 6 points and 5 boards already. 10 on the shot clock. They got the switch they wanted. Rudy Gay with a little jump hook. He's much too long for Tyler.
At his elbow as he got stripped there at midcourt.
Well, they better not lose Rudy Gay. Here's Rudy. Gets the step on Kawhi Leonard. Attacks and has the basket.
I think that elbow.
All about their losing streak or whatever. He says, I think they're just playing possum right now because we all expect them to be in the playoffs.
Well, absolutely. They're going to be in the playoffs, and they're going to be a team to be feared in the playoffs. Tony Parker will score more than 3 points the next 4 games.
And there's the turnaround by Rudy Gay. Figures. Rudy Gay trying to get him there. Oh, good defense by Duncan. Rudy stays with it. And the Kings lead 20-10.
And you think he might convey that to his charges at some point?
No doubt about it. You just have to love and respect everything. I was listening to George Carl before.
Nice turnaround by Rudy. 53-48. And Rudy Gay has 12 points.
Brother Powell, tip-off in the All-Star game. First time that's happened. Brothers starting centers.
Here's Rudy Gay left open.
Well, man, and that really is not his.
That's not his game.
Not his game.
McLemore into the hands of Rudy Gay. Look what I found. Rudy Gay and his 5th rebound. Rudy and that's 7 for the line.
Yeah, Pondexter got it on that last second pass. Douglas gave it to him. Man. It'll be Rudy Gay. He's still got a beautiful stroke.
Yeah. So the Kings with 3:06 left, up by 10. Landry on the front line with Rudy Gay and Richie Evans. It is Ray McCallum and Ben McLemore in the backcourt. Rudy Gay, he's got 12.
Terrific looking 7-footer today.
And there's Rudy Gay. He is having himself to 45. Look out, Rudy Gay. He gets the step.
High percentage shots.
Right.
So they've really taken some contested shots, and Andre Miller trying to change the tempo of this game a little.
That's why Memphis has 41 wins. And Rudy Gay finally breaks the string. So the Grizzlies with their largest lead. 2:45 left here in the third. Where's the ball movement, Jerry?
It's got to move better than it is right now. Just too much dribbling in one spot. Fortunately, Rudy Gay made it work.
Rebounds and 6 assists, 88-83.
Certainly a little surprised by that. Don't know how many minutes he's played in the last several games.
Yeah, it's right. It's the third game in 4 nights for Memphis. Here's Rudy with a good look.
Well, great luck. Miller, I think, forced Conley to shoot it a little quicker. Conley only 3 of 13.
Rudy, he's feeling it. He's got 28.
Doc says he's not going to take DJ out in these games unless it gets to be a situation where the other team scores like 3 or 4 times in a row. He said maybe then I will. Gay, another 3 ball.
I couldn't tell if that ball hit the backboard. He signed him.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Makes $19 million this year, and they gave him a new extension. That was back in November.
Oh, there's a follow jam. What a job by Rudy Gay.
Casby, Thompson, and Gay. Gay from the corner. Buries the 3.
A different second 12 minutes for the Pels. Pelicans already have 28 points in this quarter after they had only 18 in the first 12. So they've definitely picked it up offensively. It was required, though. Minute 15 to play in the half. Isolation for Gay. He's always had that, the 28-year-old from Baltimore.
Pulls up for a 3. Rebound finds Miller. Gay. Brings it up, dumps it off to McLemore. McLemore in the lane. Pretty good defense by Bradley. Loose ball underneath. Gay. Excellent. 61. Kings the ball and the lead. Crowder's going to get back in the game for Boston next whistle. Rapidly moving third quarter. Nearly another turnover. I tell you, they are an adventure. Gay throws in a coach in 5 minutes to play third. Veteran Miller in at the point. Gay comes up shooting too easy.
I had to read to make sure I didn't get traded over to Sacramento. Start calling their games for a future first. Would be a good price tag for a future first.
Miller trying to back his way in on Bradley. Finds Gay. Taken away by his own teammate Casby. Miller always looking for somebody on the roll. Gay finds some room. Smart bothering Miller. Gay with 9 on the shot clock. Buries the jump shot.
And he's a great guy. He's got a great attitude. He works hard, that's for sure. And everything's relative. We're not saying you can't defend. We're just saying that not among the league's best individual channels. And start watching the Bucks on the go. Check it out. FoxSportsGo.com. More information available. Under 4.5 to play in the first quarter. Gay squares up. Giannis right there. Quick hands. Gay gets by him and scores. May cause some voters to think about Jason Kidd more seriously in the Coach of the Year balloting because, well, Budenholzer has done a fabulous job. He does have 4 All-Stars. Yep. Jason Kidd has clearly done by far the most with by far the least here in Milwaukee. So it'll be interesting to see if that factors in. That's Rudy Gay.
In a row. The Pelicans already a -5 in points off mistakes. They've got 8 turnovers to 5. And Rudy Gay gets the roll. He's looking for contact.
Look at that joy.
Look at.
He won't be joyful when they tee him up.
What'd you do? Tell him to wear 2 sleeves because you said it'll make you look bigger.
He said, "I wear a sleeve. It makes me look."
Big straight man for you on that one. Was I didn't realize how. But it's a wonderful relationship.
Rudy Gay for 3 later. 2 quarters in a 4-quarter game make a half. But I'll bet you complied with it.
Well, I did, but I would mess it up 3-point lead because it's been a quarter of my entire career.
The basket. Yeah, what do you say to these guys, Stacey? If you're there's a nice play at the baseline. What do you say if you're 9th?
Well, how about the Bulls? 10 assists, 0 turnovers in that first quarter.
Well played. Rudy Gay, jumper, and he pours it in.
Another good outing for Snell. 11 points here, 4 of 4, 3 of 3 from the 3-point line. Tony is cooking.
Allen. Gay against Butler.
As we out there is really kind of played well.
Allen a miss, and that ball loose, picked up by Landry.
And who was in there? Reggie
Evans kept it alive. Gay against Butler. Gay the drive and the score.
Well, find a location near you and ask for my man Larry Stewart.
This free throw, but the Kings rebounded.
And that's the second one we've seen tonight.
Rudy Gay against Tony Snell. Turns and scores.
Let's see if they can get this momentum back that they had.
Cousins, the scary part is for Sacramento or for the Bulls is that there's Jimmy nearly stole it, but Gay outran him. Outreached him, one of the 2. There's Cousins, bounce back Gay, jumper is good.
Part of the mid-range jump shot, Neil Funk.
21, 9 of 14, so he shot it brilliantly as well. And the Bulls are 59% from the field.
And they've been above 50% the whole game.
Pull up 15-footer.
Out of the shot clock. Cousins looked at the clock right away with a spin. But almost got the left hand. On the deflection, Gay, fresh shot clock, and he'll reset it. Rudy Gay, he can fill it up. This is a guy that's after.
Bulls got it up in time. Here's Gasol. Nico. Not that time.
Oh, wide open.
Rudy Gay and poured it in. That's a Gay is their scorer in there right now. He fires and scores at.
Yes.
Marcus Cousins, what was that, 101 to
92. Rudy Gay had the night. He had 27, and he's been a non-factor thus far. He's missed his first 4 shots.
The 4th highest total in the league. Curling, one bounce dribble, bank shot, Parsons. It wouldn't go. Jason Thompson clears the glass. The officials calling the game tonight are James Capers, Courtney Kirkland, and Trey.
A little more focus, and he's already at 8-10 points.
Devins made a 3 and hit a couple of free throws for the 5 points he's provided Dallas tonight. 5 of their 10 bench points. Working Rudy Gay into the paint and able to
twist. Iguodala wanted to continue your Super Bowl memory with that touchdown pass. Even made the quarterback motion after he threw it.
Baseline drive. Baseline fadeaway. Team shooting combined and they were limited to 3 free throws. Only got to the line 3 times. As soon as he saw McLemore turn his head. See, there's a cutter, could have a layup, didn't get the ball.
Rudy Gay cleared some space. He didn't like that last whistle and just keep the Kings at bay.
Green had that first long 2 early in the game. That's the first 3 he's taken tonight. They haven't had to rely on it. Didn't need it.
Draymond 8 points, 6 boards, 4 assists.
Back to a 20-point lead.
Rudy Gay. Warriors had led this game by 25 points. Rudy Gay.
McLemore. Make it 10? No. Break, because it was a good look. It'll be 11. Rudy Gay, timeout Monty. So quickly.
Get into some crevices. So now you see a little bit of what Frank is trying to do with his team.
Nick Stauskas, the rookie out of Michigan, is in. Jump shot is good. And that's the field in the last 3 games. Again, he is in the starting lineup. We expect George Hill to return with his minutes, his time limit taken away next week.
They switch. They switch now Damo onto. I'd see if Stauskas can defend his position. I don't think he can. He's a good shooter from Michigan, but he's not going to be able to defend his position. This is what I talked about with Stuckey. So you got to go. You got to go. He's just going to jump over it.
And Gay again.
You got to go. That's not a decision to make. It was just too big for Damo and Rodney Stuckey.
And watching back earlier in the game when you mentioned when Solomon Hill needed to run through, that's exactly what the offensive player did as Rudy Gay has 16.
From him, and I think he still considered himself a starter, but I think he had a better sense of who he was as a professional. So this is really kind of his basketball birthplace.
Gay on the baseline.
Well, it also would have brought they would have had to take a timeout. They being Sacramento would have had to take a timeout.
Now Gay turns the corner, raises up, jump shot good.
Anyway,
first time in a while.
Okay, I go with that. Now you have a team that has to make shots. Everybody else was shooting freely in the first half.
And as you said, second night of a back-to-back.
Yeah.
But Rudy Gay.
To try to get something, I suspect would be Rudy Gay.
7 straight points, all on free throws for Indiana.
And Roy is ready to double.
And now the sellout crowd on its feet. Gay. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, that's
once they lost Barrigeau in the middle for the year.
Well, it really was, because he protects the basket. He doesn't need the ball to play. It allows Tristan Thompson to come off the bench. So they have really solidified their team with the new additions.
Oh, nice pass from Cousins to Rudy Gay. Tough shot. Oh, what a nice job.
Just 7 of 22 shooting because it was a rocky start for him.
Yeah, pretty ugly, but starting to get into a little bit of rhythm.
Rudy Gay with a little space. Gets the roll on that line drive.
Oh, what a pass that was. And Rudy Gay with the 3-6. Shooting for some bad threes.
Yeah, really good. 2 or 3 forced threes in transition. So, you know, when you get into playoff situation, you've got to clean that up. And I think they will.
48-34. Looked like Rudy was bumped. No foul, but he just...
in a couple of years, he might get there.
88-67. Rudy working on Marion. Here comes the double by LeBron James. And they take it away, and Rudy gets it back. 2 on the shot clock, and he hits.
Oh, my goodness, Rudy. Sense of the word.
Rudy Gay, and he hits to tie, or rather make it a 1-point game. That is Cousins picks it off. Here comes Cousins to kick out for a 3 from Ben McLemore. Rudy Gay will go right back with it.
A good hustle play by Cousins. Gravis Vasquez has been able to get past Nick into the painted area for hoops or plays.
Toronto playing a zone defense. And Rudy hits the long ball.
And Rudy says you close. King's a lot more aggressive on the defensive end than we've seen for some time, though, as well.
Here's Rudy. And Rudy Gay now in 10 points. He leads all scorers.
Doing that for a lot of years.
44-40. Chuck Hayes in his 10th year out of Kentucky. The fans excited here. Ross with the circus shot, and it's 46-44.
That's what you call reverse English.
Here's Rudy way outside. Rudy Gay's got 15.
Well, Kyle Lowry's been quiet, but you know that's not going to continue the whole game.
Nope. Rudy Gay. And Rudy's got 19.
Boy, what a he can pass. Already has 10 points.
And that's a step out of PJ's range there.
Down to Rudy Gay, who's been hot.
And there, now, my guess is Coach Casey's wondering himself.
Yeah, now this could be a big possession in this sense, all right? You're down, and you're going to get the ball to start the fourth, and there's Rudy Gay. But now Toronto.
Knowing the length of Rudy Gay was coming in behind him, threw that ball up soft and high off the glass.
Crisp start offensively for the Nets. An 8-6 lead as Gay able to hit.
That's exactly what you see there. Finish strong. I mean, he has the ability, the capabilities, obviously, when he gets the ball in transition.
Gay powers it down.
Next one, but that is a part of his maturation as well.
Kevin Garnett, talking about the maturation of Mason Plumlee at length this week, said it's all between the ears in where he's grown. Says he loves the way he comes into the gym early, always wants to work. Here's Gay with 2 on him, still able to hit. Keeps it out, 2 to shoot. Morris has to, misses it right, and McLemore the rebound opportunity for Sacramento.
Yeah, bad swing by Jarrett Jack. You know, he needs to shoot that shot, maybe one dribble. That's his game.
With the shot clock winding as well. Here's Gay, will fire. And hit. And another stagnant offensive possession. Brooklyn had 38 points in the paint in the first half. They have just 8 in the second.
3 of 15 from 3 after that miss by Joe Johnson. But the double was a fake double that came from Collison on Brook Lopez.
Gay banks it in. And for Jarrett Jack, a clutch shot to build the lead back to 10.
And how many times have we talked about Jarrett Jack all season, even in this game? He just makes shots when you need them.
Rudy Gay slides it in with the left hand.
Thumbs up, but probably the reason for that shot being so short, but it was great because Brook Lopez was in the right place. It just turned into a good pass.
Lopez 6 boards now. Here's Gay from 13. Rudy Gay with 14.
Part of it, so he had to double clutch it. 6-point lead for the Kings. Led most of the way. Gay with the full extension. He's long.
There are big plays to Togo's way from Halloween night.
Yeah, Rudy was unguardable.
And he gets the pop there, and Rudy Gay.
To the rim, no help coming, not quick enough from there.
Here's Rudy Gay working on Batum. Boy, what extension for Rudy Gay.
Can actually guard it.
Here's Batum. And it rolls off the iron into the hands of Thompson. Sacramento by 6. Rudy Gay. And he's in rhythm, isn't he? He's now. Here come the Kings. It's a 4-on-1. And Rudy Gay got a very fortunate bounce there. And it's into the hands of Rudy Gay. Sacramento with an excellent start, 10 of 17.
You're really getting good shots. They're really out hustling and scrapping the Blazers right now.
Oh, Rudy may have gotten away with a push-off. And Rudy Gay has 11 points. Here's Wright from 3. Long rebound taken by Collison. 24 combined turnovers in this one. And it's allowed teams to get off in transition, get some fast break baskets. Rudy Gay's got 13 on the Lillard. That's a 4th shot there, isn't it?
Sure. There's a lot of defenders in the area. Of course, Lillard, I think, feels like he's got to look for his offense. I think he's right.
58-55.
Size advantage here. Rudy Gay going to take it.
And Rudy Gay now with 15.
Long ball, so Kings doing a nice job, or at least fortunately the Blazers not making their threes like normal. Lillard trying to guard Rudy Gay. It should work well for the Kings.
Boy, I'm going to tell you something. When Rudy Gay, 5:20 left here in the third. Here's Rudy. And Rudy's got 22.
The body to get to that ball. I'm kind of with you, Rudy. That's what I saw.
Rudy all the way. Rudy Gay, and he's got 24 points. Now Caspi driving hard down the lane. And it's a 3-ball on the way by Rudy, and it's perfect. Good ball movement by Sacramento.
Suns now shooting 44%. They're 4 for 16 downtown, but PJ had to rush that one up. The 39-year-old Andre Miller passing to Rudy Gay.
How they're as close as they are. Into the game now is Ray McCollum, second-year man from Detroit. Backing down. Jones thought he took a charge, but didn't get it. Rudy Gay gets it.
Rudy Gay, he doesn't mess around, does he?
Nah, trying to keep these guys off the foul line. That's how they were able to do it.
But Cousins knew it was off. Pursued the rebound, and Gay just took it away from his Smith.
Got the shot clock violation.
Sixers with the lead for the bulk of this game. Gay again. Right now, locks it up at 82.
If I'm the Sixers, I would put a bigger guard on Andre Miller. You remember how he did in the first half? He was posting up. But maybe put Hollis Thompson on them. That's a little bit bigger. I think the beating he's going to get out.
Half strain. They have a record of 3-13 without him, but he says there's no way I'm missing this game against my old pal from UK. Rudy Gay, fabulous game here against the Hornets on Friday night. He's fouled and he scores. That'll be on Mark. Drew Gooden will come in for the Wizards. McCallum. Rudy Gay. Rudy with a tough move and he scores.
The advantage really starts to swing in your opponent's favor. So yeah, that could be a really damaging factor.
Here's Miller, who the Wizards traded away for Ramon Sessions back on February 19th. Anytime Rudy Gay spins on Pierce. That's good defense, but the rebound is up. Score the field goal. Yep. So you're right when you say those guards have to get in there and get rebounds, help out.
It's an offensive putback.
Gay against Porter. Double team, lays it up in the air. They cannot stop Rudy Gay.
So Green out of Alabama to make it a 20-12 game.
Yeah, picked him up out of the D-League, so they're definitely having the green light here, aren't they?
They sure are, and shooting 50% as a team here in the first 9 minutes. Rudy, 3 to shoot. Rudy Gay all the way. And Rudy now with 7 points.
And it is KC Omaha Kings. Ernie Grunfeld played for the Kansas City Kings. Unstoppable.
Yep. The veterans have a tendency not to panic, not to rush.
Gay, what a shot. Seraphin with a jump hook. Little short. Reggie Evans has it. What a move by Rudy Gay. And he's fouled. Sacramento took the advantage and then has never trailed since then. Gay.
Cousins tonight, but they got people who can score some points.
Yeah, they do. They still a high-octane offensive team, and I think the floor will be spread a little more. They'll try to get in their early offense even more, so if that's possible.
And that's a nice matchup. Kid Gilchrist and Rudy Gay. How much you can do against that? Probably got away with one there, too. Here's McLemore attacking, and Rudy Gay finishes it off. I should say that to show in our...
Is that Judges or just Judge?
That's Stephanie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. She gets the final say of it all.
And you'll see it on Bobcats Live, our post-game show. Or you'll see it on Hornets Live. I don't think the other one's operating anymore. Rudy Gay.
Al can use that to his advantage and either create opening shots or draw fouls.
9 straight points for Al Jefferson. Hornets within 1. Here's Rudy Gay. Williams gets to the elbow, turns the ball over. That's good defense played by Rudy Gay to get in front of his shot. Stauskas to Gay at the top. Andre Miller playing under 17 in a 16-year career. Eric Williams inside Gay on the baseline with 2 defenders there.
That was all about
back in. And so as McCallum and now Henderson turns the ball over. Unforced comes to McLemore. Only the second turnover of the game for the Hornets. Rudy Gay's back in, and he laces the 3, so the 3 range starts.
Rudy with 7 points. Here's a 3. Rudy Gay. He's in double figures here in the first.
Really on both ends of the floor, the turnover right there, but also Caspi, you cannot allow him to just drive from one end to the other. Uncontested layup.
Here comes McLemore. There's the switch. Gay goes baseline and thunders a dunk in. Here's Thompson in the lane. Drops underneath. Blocked there by NKG on McCallum's shot. McCallum gets it back. 8 on the shot clock now. Gay gets a clear out. He'll work on MKG. Turns and hits. Oh, McCallum. Kemba had him bottled up on the wing. Here's Rudy Gay on MKG. Play all the defense. Here comes Gay. Gay has 2 defenders on him. Can't get the finish. Gets the rebound. Gets the basket. Gets the foul.
Well as Reddick does, and I mean he run full speed down the right side of the floor, catch and let it go.
Clippers by 3.
Maybe Klay Thompson.
Gay on the run. Oh, nice bank shot, moving to his left with the right. The 9th of the year, the most ever in an NBA season. Clippers by 5.
And Clippers have made 7 of those long balls tonight.
Oh, Gay answers with a 2-ball.
Completely pirouetted and turned and swiped that thing into the 10th row.
In deep to Gay. Challenged by Griffin. Challenged by Jordan, but no problem.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's just vital for them, as short-handed as they are.
Kyle and I were talking before the ball game, Ralph, that inevitably there comes a moment when you can blow a game open where it can go one way or the other. That could have been it.
The rebound taken by Carl Landry, who has now supplanted South Jersey's Jason Thompson as the starter at power forward. Rudy Gay, who is among the best
for you to do, especially if you're the leader of this team. Because if George Karl allows him to do that, then, you know, George Karl is not going to be able to tell Rudy Gay not to do that.
Ow. He lost it. Randolph with a baseline pop into the hands of McLemore. Here's Rudy Gay. Oh, what a shot by Rudy Gay. That was not an easy move.
So it's a play. I think we're going to look at a play coming up here, and you're going to see the play was foul happened prior to the player catching the ball. And since he was fouled from
little in and out moves there, that gave him the angle on that layup. Ish Smith
playing big for the Sixers here in the fourth quarter.
8 and 7 assists off the bench.
Get the miss. So far, Cousins getting by far the better of the matchup.
Now Rudy goes into the paint, and the Kings off to a
soon to be 32 years old, but still got some zip in those legs.
And the hot road trip continues.
Biombo really starting to play better and better. You know, he's a good defender. Obviously didn't have much of an offensive game, but they like to use him just to protect the rim. A little undersized with big-time hops.
Oh, what a move by More with numbers. They're going to score.
Yeah, you'd expect it about 9 out of 10 times. That was the 10th.
And there's Rudy Gay on a beautiful. So the Hornets start the third quarter with a turnover.
You know, the quickness and strength of DeMarcus, a real problem for Jefferson so far.
Now the setup to Rudy Gay, beautifully done, and Rudy connects.
Very much like Indianapolis, just totally transformed their downtown with basically arenas and sports, and then of course people gravitated and lived, and the hotels and all that followed, and now you just got to.
I thought you were going to say Anthony Bonner for a moment.
You know, actually, that would have been a better one, right? He does look a lot more like Anthony Bonner. A little bigger, but yeah, he could very close. That's a very good one.
For the Kings fans that are not familiar with Anthony Bonner, he was on the team back in the early 90s. There's Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay, too quick.
Rudy Gay.
That would be in football right there.
Now, see, that's good ball movement, and I thought Ray had a good opportunity there, and he finds Rudy Gay, and that's even a better choice.
Yeah, I was going to say, once you...
One possession game.
Just take care of the basketball. Pressure's on the Hornets.
Rudy Gay's going to go one-on-one. Rudy. Rudy Gay.
Defense on the perimeter. McLemore lets it go. Cousins the rebound. And another rejection for Al Horford. That's 2 to start the night. Rudy Gay rises up and knocks it down. DeMar up to 39.5 on his three-point percentage. McLemore kicks on the flip over the top of Carroll to the wing. Rudy Gay for 3. And this young man, Al and Kyle, come out. 5:15 in the first. Hawks up to an early 9-point lead. Rudy Gay, no. Follow, yes. Rudy, not a lot of resistance here by the Kings.
No, not at all. Hawks 62 points before the half so far.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. It is if you're the opposing team.
Rudy Gay. Well, he is a
guy who can rebound.
Oh,
Reggie Evans is as good as they come.
8 times this year coming off the Kings bench, Reggie Evans has had more offensive rebounds than field goal attempts.
He can rebound.
And Rudy Gay
poured it on.
It drops off for Rudy Gay, and then he puts in the Teague with 18, his second 3, and with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Hawks hit triple figures. Everybody getting into the act. 116-93. Rudy Gay leans in.
But because the Pacers own the tiebreaker at the moment, the Heat sitting in 9th place in the East for just the 2nd time this season. Rudy Gay with a one-hand. He's so smooth, the 9-year scores it.
Williams now kicks out. Rudy, he'll attack, and he'll score. Rudy's got 16 here in the half.
rookie season. And it ties the game at 9.
And you're right. Dwayne Wade is guarding Rudy Gay at the other end as well, because with the two guards now in the backcourt, D. Wade is principally a small forward now.
7 straight points for Miami. Gay ends that run with his.
He's out with that bum left ankle. He don't have to do it. Hassan down. Eric Antonio, back over to you.
Rudy Gay.
Well, he's like a Euro step there.
Miami coming from 7 down with a 7-0 run to take a 1-point lead. That basket counts. Rudy Gay trails by 7. 5 minutes left in the first half.
Wade got an assist on that. I think he was attempting to shoot.
Rudy Gay with a laser beam jump. Each first turnover of the quarter. Kings shooting 55%. That's the 3rd straight first half. The Heat have not played as well as they would like defensively. And the shot maker is at it again.
Call on that play.
5-point lead for the Kings. Home crowd getting into it. Rudy Gay over the Birdman. 16 with 10. Rudy Gay with 16 for the Kings. Ben McLemore has 14.
Rudy Gay's got 2 fouls. He would like to try to get him to get his 3rd before the half.
DeMarcus Cousins, oh, look out. Gay with an easy slam dunk. Got Beasley caught on a screen. Difference in the game, the 3-point accuracy. The Heat 3 for 12. The Kings 8 for 14. Cousins maneuvering. Out to Gay for 3. Got it.
Oh, man.
Rudy Gay.
Good challenge by Fry. Rudy Gay with another rebound. Sacramento, the number 2 rebound. 11 points for Victor Oladipo.
Marcus Cousins on the sideline. He kind of pulled himself off to the side. Looks like he's trying to get back in the game, dude.
He had a sore ankle and missed a couple of games recently. Gay banks it in from the wing.
A lot of half court.
There's Randolph with the top of the key jumper. And it's Ray McCallum.
Lee doing a nice job on Jim Mack. Don't go anywhere.
Rudy Gay follows to the basket and scores.
He can go jump stop in the lane. Going up off 2 feet.
Gay. 3-point shot for Nicholson. Had a good look. Rebounded by Gay. Gay. Little 12-foot jump. Second 3 tonight for the Magic. Oladipo has the other one. Rudy Gay. 10 for Gay.
Comenzando el segundo parcial. Desde la Moiser. 35-26 el marcador. Gay con la pelota buscando qué hacer, penetrando ya hasta la pintura. Saca el tiro alto, consigue la canasta. Bien arriba. Bien.
What, 19 points now in the first half?
I don't know if he's going to get to 108 like George Galante said. It's early yet.
Rudy Gay over the top of Oladipo.
Marcus Cousins, neither of those guys want to come out that deep.
Well, he took it right at the shot blocker. Cousins never lifted his arms.
Cousins picks his spots for he's going to challenge.
Oh, Gay was in the right place at the right time. Off
5th of the game.
But again, the Magic still shooting 64%. Sacramento's hoping Orlando cools off, and then they'll be able to get right tonight.
That's a big bucket. Yep. All 9 players have scored now.
Rudy Gay for 3 from the 3-point arc
for the Magic tonight.
And they've needed them to offset the free throw advantage that Sacramento has. Oladipo went down, and a foul on Kyle O'Quinn.
Rudy with the tip. Good effort by Rudy. He's got 20.
Caspi beats Fry to the loose ball. Missed the shot, though. Gay with the rebound. Score it, and a foul. I've been standing for the last couple of minutes. Gay for 3.
drive. The floater. Kings win the battle of the boards that time. And Cousins was setting. Kawhi averaging 15 at 22 against Phoenix, 17 against Sacramento in that back-to-back. Gay over Green.
Spurs fell back in the zone, and Rudy Gay allowed it. You know, the thing is, you can't score on them. They're not that great offensively.
Defensively, they're ridiculous.
Try getting a shot up. I'm talking about coming in waves.
Gay home high from Andre Miller.
Knicks down 5. We've played 4 minutes. Rudy Gay, the whirling on him. Popped by Galloway, 18 feet away. 2-pointer for Galloway. Once again, right back to Rudy Gay, as you call it, Clyde. He gets inside, early trying to stop it, count it, and one.
Thank you very much. I got an easy one here.
Aldridge had one of his best games against Sacramento in the game earlier this season. That West Coast trip was Rudy Gay. His move over Aldridge. Moore goes right at Schmidt. By Quincy Acey. Rudy Gay, though, knocks down the 3. He's now going to run the basketball operations for him. Vice President of Basketball and Franchise Operations. Huge responsibility from one of the most beloved players in Kings history.
What happened to Petrie, Jeff Petrie?